In this vlog, we are going to make use of a device pixel ratio and try to maintain the resolution of the image on different devices based upon the screen size or dimension. So here, the very first thing is try to fetch the pixel ratio from our media query class and make use of it in displaying the image onto the screen. So instead of specifying variable like var here, we can also make use of final declaration here. So making use of the final declaration will also optimize the way you write the code, and also we don't require var here because we use var when the value changes and we don't have the changes in this particular value, so we can just make use of a final here, pixel ratio here, and media query dot device pixel ratio of, and here now we are able to fetch the device pixel ratio, and let's try to make use of it in the coding here. So container, let us try to remove this container, and I am going to quickly add a column here, and in this particular column I will try to display an image here, and this particular image we are getting from the asset folder which I have added over here. So if you are facing any query in adding image from the asset folder, just let me know in the comment section below, and also I will try to add the tutorials that will make you easier to add an image to the assets folder. So just try to format the code, and here and in the pubspec.yaml file even we have specified the image, so I'm going to quickly add the path of the image here, logo.png, and yes. So now let's try to run this particular code quickly and check whether the image is being properly displayed onto the screen or not, and then we'll try to do the customizations. So here, while the code is being running, let us try to start with the next steps, and on the right hand side here you can see the output is now, yeah, it's now visible, and so the image looks a bit larger, and I want to confine it to like width of 100 and height of 100 here, and quickly save the code, and yes, this looks good. And also if you want, you can just make to the center of the screen, but this is a tutorial, I just want to explain you the concept, and the design does not matter the most. So here let us try to make use of a scale here. So we have like a scale parameter for this image dot assets and supply pixel dot ratio to it, and try to refresh. So you can't see any change in the image, and this is because the scale has been increased. And if you're having any doubts, quickly try to see the scale even. So pixel ratio, and try to print the pixel ratio here. So here you can see the pixel ratio to be 3.0 here, and we are utilizing that to the scale parameter over here. So you can see the scale has been increased, but the width and height are fixed for this particular image. So to even increase the width and height of this particular image, you can multiply this width with the width and height here, and now try to refresh, and here you can see a slightly bigger image. So even you have got some padding around the image here. With the help of this particular pixel ratio, we have calculated the width and height and even provided this. So when you are trying to display images onto the screen, then you can make use of this particular pixel ratio, and this is one of the way. There are even other ways you can increase the scale and the width and height of the image according to the device, but this is one of the way. Like media query is the most used class in Flutter, where we get all the device related things on the go and we can make use of them. So as a part of media query series, we are doing this particular example, and in the coming tutorials even I will try to show you the various other ways using which you can make the same output and even in the more efficient way. So here, even this one is a more efficient way. We are not declaring any static values here. We are making use of the pixel ratio that we are getting from that particular device. So here this is the way, and even there is another way of declaring the images. We can see like transform.scale. So not directly transform I'm using, so transform.scale, and here I'm going to specify scale here, and the scale is nothing but the pixel ratio, and for the child here I'm using image. So the same thing I can say image dot asset I'm going to use over here even. So I'll quickly copy this particular, even width and height I want, so I'll quickly try to add these things here and save this. So this we don't require pixel ratio into pixel ratio here. Okay, that will make the image much more bigger. So the first one is coming from image.asset and the second one is coming from transform.scale here, and you can clearly see the second image is much more bigger than the first image, and the reason is the first image we are increasing the width and height here, and the resolution is confined within that particular width and height. But in the second image we are increasing, I mean we are setting the image in the width and height like 100 and 100. Later we are scaling that. So here the two things are happening. First we are setting the image for that width and height, and then we are increasing it even. So two times we are increasing. So that is the transform.scale. And why I'm showing these two here, because based upon your application requirement you can make use of these things. If you clearly observe, in the first image we are having a padding around the image, and in the second image we don't have any padding, but the image size got increased. So based upon the requirement you can make use of any of these two things, and with the help of pixel ratio again. So this was the small example I just want to cover regarding the pixel ratio and using media query class here. And of course there are even other ways of using the displaying the images, but I just thought I want to show you these two things. And if you are having any queries in this particular implementation, just let me know in the comment section below. And if you find any other efficient way of dealing displaying the images, just let me know in the comment section below. We'll try to deal with them in the coming part of the tutorials. So that's it for this tutorial, and I hope you like this tutorial. If you like this tutorial, do like, share and subscribe to our channel for more interesting content on Flutter.